Hugo, you're positive about this new hire? I haven't even had the chance to interview her. How am I supposed to run this facility if I'm not even brought in on the hiring of new staff for it, let alone new doctors?
To be blunt, Mr. Sharp, your strengths lay in administration. Mine are in the health and well-being of our patients. Ms. Quinzel is fresh out of the University of Gotham and has interned at many of the state hospitals.
A greenhorn? Hugo! You're throwing her to the wolves by having her first occupation be at Arkham!
Have no fear, Mr. Sharp. I am well aware of the risks. The question is not whether she is ready for this assignment. Instead, we should be asking if the pool of those who would willingly work with the worst of the criminally insane is large enough to be choosing on our end. Ms. Quinzel is not only eager to work with the worst of the worst, but her doctoral work was built upon one of our repeat consumers.
Which one? All of the big names have been here more frequently than my nerves can handle.
Joker.
The girl's insane! There's no way in hell I'm placing her with him. Maybe after a couple of years, there's senior staff who won't even work with the Joker.
It is not negotiable. Her placement as the Joker's psychiatrist was one of the conditions of her hiring.
You forced her into it?
Quite the opposite. Ms. Quinzel dictated the terms to me.
Did you try talking her out of it?
I was present at the oral defense of her dissertation. Her work was so well received that she was invited to present it before the entire university at a benefactors gathering.
You didn't answer my question.
Special guests in the audience included Bruce Wayne, who led in a standing ovation once she finished. As you well know, Mr. Wayne has been one of our greatest private contributors.
You're a snake, Hugo. But you're my kind of snake. If she gets hurt, you'll be the one I blame.
Indeed. Look at this from my perspective, Mr. Sharp. Clinically, we need to reassess the Joker with a new lens, a fresh set of eyes. Eyes that are not tainted with the tree of knowledge we have all partaken from. The Joker has resisted the best our institution has to offer. Not even I have had the slightest bit of success in breaking through his walls. This Dr. Quinzel thinks she understands him. It may be the only chance our poor patient has of ever recovering.
Poor patient? Do you remember what he did last time the freak escaped? He poisoned the water supply with sick fish that bore that godforsaken smile of his.
All men can be cured, even the Joker.
Dr. Strange, thank you so much for bringing me in so soon. It's an honor to work under you. I'm a big fan of your work. I must have read all your books. Psychosis Disguised, Gotham's Love Affair with Batman was required reading in our Sociology of Deviant Behavior class. I loved it.
Dr. Quinzel, I am flattered, truly. You must be the only person in Gotham who has any enthusiasm for that pitiful tome.
Oh, Dr. Strange, it was a masterpiece.
I am but your immediate supervisor. Warden Sharp is the administrative head of this facility.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Sharp. Sorry for my outburst.
No offense taken. Hugo is our star employee. He informs me that you wish to work with the Joker.
Yes, Warden. I've spent hundreds of hours studying everything available about him. I feel like I know the Joker personally. I've never even laid eyes on him before. Police reports, eyewitness statements, court records, and work by your other psychiatrists can only convey so much, though.
You don't sound impressed with our institution's work on him so far.
Well, the thing is, you see, Warden, sir, I mean no disrespect, but I don't think your staff handled him very well.
Go on.
It appears from the tapes and paperwork that your other psychiatrists were afraid of him? How can you treat someone that you can't even stay in the room with for more than a minute at a time, or look him in the eyes when he speaks to you?
Is it any wonder that people fear him? The Joker has killed more of Gotham's citizens than Victor Freeze, even after his latest attempt at sending Gotham into the next ice age. Joker's first psychiatrist was murdered just 2 days after his first visit to us. He ripped her throat out with the clasp of her ID badge, and painted one of his smiles on her lips in the victim's own blood. That before dancing down the hallway and making his first escape.
Dr. Strange, No matter what a patient has done, we have a responsibility to help them cope and find a cure. Isn't that what psychiatry is all about? Instead of being a holding facility for those disabled individuals, we should be helping them in overcoming their diagnoses.
Then perhaps I could interest you in an easier and more clear-cut case to break you in, and learn how we do things at Arkham. Edward Nigma, for instance, a textbook case of obsessive-compulsive disorder and narcissism. He'll try to test you with these riddles, but someone with your credentials shouldn't have a problem with—
No, Dr. Strange. I came to Arkham for one reason. If that is a problem, then I can take my help elsewhere. There are plenty of institutions that would hire me.
As you wish. I was only extending a professional courtesy.
When will I, be able to see the patient? I must have been given half a dozen walkthroughs of your facility by now. But I don't think that's what you're paying me to be here for.
I concede, Dr. Quinzel. Right this way.
Dr. Quinzel, I know that you do not need me to repeat the long list of crimes the psychopath is responsible for, but it would be irresponsible for me to put you in the same room as Joker without debriefing you to some extent.
You can do your best, Warden, but you can't scare me.
Oh, this isn't a cheap scare tactic. Out of the dozen times Joker has been sent here, he's had about as many doctors work with him. One of the poor souls is still missing. All they found of him were 2 fingers in the sewers with the note, "Tick-tock, here comes the croc," scrawled next to them.
Are you meaning to imply that Joker collaborated with Killer Waylon Jones at some point? That would be contrary to his usual MO. Joker doesn't play well with others, especially those of notoriety.
Dr. Quinzel, you will soon find that there is nothing about the Joker which follows any sort of trend. Most serial killers will follow a formula or keep mementos of their victims. Joker does nothing of the sort. His methods appear
random. But for every problem, there's a solution. His methods appear random only because we have not found the missing piece to the larger puzzle.
This isn't a game of Sudoku. He isn't some broken maniac that you can put back together.
Then, Warden, you have missed the point.
My dear, what is the point?
If I have to explain it, then I won't waste my time trying to.
Dr. Quinzel, here we are. Behind this door is your patient. Go ahead. Look through the window.
Him? Really? Right here? I can't believe it.